Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our ongoing webinar series. As you know, it is our first Tuesday of the month, and on our first Tuesday of the month, we love to talk about our Help the Home System for Success. In fact, today, that is our whole focus. We're going to be talking about how this Help the Home program is truly a system for success. We're going to review some things, but we're very grateful that each of you have taken the time to join us on this webinar series. As you know, we're thankful for each of you and your efforts in helping others through Nature Sunshine products. And we're going to jump right in with an on-time product drawing giveaway. Yes, that's right. 25 Sunshine points to one lucky winner, and our lucky winner for this prize drawing is going to be Sharon Pratt. Congratulations to you, Sharon Pratt, for joining us on the call and being on the call on time, and for winning 25 Sunshine points. Those will be added to your account. You can apply those on a future order placed with Nature Sunshine. So thank you, Sharon, and thank you, everybody, for joining us on this call. With me today on our webinar is our very own Ginger Sunshine. Shandy Hatfield is here as well. Hello to you. And this is our agenda for today, and what a great opportunity is for us just to reflect on the good things that the Help the Home program is doing, how you can participate and be more productive in your own groups and within your own organization. So we have a presentation that we have prepared for you. After that, we'll answer some questions, and that's really going to be a great opportunity for you to just dialogue with us. So make sure you type in those questions, and we have the opportunity to try to answer those today. And then we'll review some special announcements, and of course, some incentives, some promotions that are going on. And then, if you're still here, we'll give a prize drawing as the agenda says. So very thankful again for you being here, and let's get right to it.
All right, Brian, I'm glad to be here today with all of you to talk about Help to Home.
Right, and why Help to Home?
And why Help to Home. So why don't we just do a little quick informal poll by raising your hand on your panel.
Good.
How many of you have done a Help to Home meeting?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sweet. Love to see all those hands going up.
Okay, awesome. This is great. So a bunch of you have done a Help to Home meeting. There are still quite a few of you that have not done that Help to Home meeting yet. So this is a great opportunity to learn about why you should do a Help to Home and some different ways that you can do Help to Home.
Yeah, and for those that have done it, tell us or be thinking about why you did it. And did you meet your expectations, and what did you learn? And perhaps we can share those ideas later.
Yeah, that'd be great. Type those into the question box as well. If you have some feedback on how it's gone, we would love to share that. All right, so why Help to Home? Oh, these are a little out of order. Okay, so the main purpose of Help to Home is to give you really a platform that you can share your passion for natural health. We at Nature Sunshine are so passionate about natural health and helping other people and just getting the word out about what our great products can do for people.
And I think about all these managers and members out there. They're reading information, they're looking up articles, they're finding details, they have this wealth of knowledge, but they don't always have a place to share it, or They don't know how to go about sharing it.
Exactly. So Help to Home was kind of created as a way that you can take that information out and just be more deliberate about sharing information that you're already so passionate about. It also is really a fantastic way to expand your network.
Yeah.
To find new people that you wouldn't have met otherwise. This is a great way to really expand.
It's kind of designed to do that with some of our incentives, is that if you want to reach new people and you want to continue educating and sharing information with those you already know, but really it's how do you reach out to others.
Exactly. Which when you expand your network, and like Brian mentioned, a lot of the incentives are based around new signups, and we'll talk about this in a minute of just the ways that you can build your income. But this is a great way to increase your sales because you're just going to be sharing the product with more people.
And with those of you that are like, sorry, I'm going to...
feel free to jump in, Brian.
She could just smack me upside the face here. But no, we just, we get passionate about this because if you think about it, I mean, you guys, you've all been there. Those of you that have held a Help to Home, you know that, you know, you get real passionate about it and you start sharing it. And of course that excitement it's contagious. It's really contagious. And so you're able to easily expand your network. People believe in what you're saying. They understand why you're saying it because you have all the knowledge and you share it. And then the products can get results, of course. Once they purchase it and get results, then they'll want to keep coming back. And that's really how over time it increases your sales, increases your networking. And it's really a great platform. We should all be sharing it and then all be trying to recruit others to do the same.
Exactly. It's just a way to expand your reach,
right,
and to help more people.
Really how Nature's Sunshine was founded and started, if you think about it. All those early managers sharing Help to Home or Herbal Hours at the time they were called, but it was all about educating and sharing that information with passion. So
yeah, we really have gone back to our roots with this. And it's a way to grow your team. Was it last month? I think it was in the beginning of April. We had a fantastic event out here in Utah. It was our Help to Home Utah trip that people earned. And it was just so awesome to hear a lot of the stories that were shared of people that were distributor level, that had gone up to regional rank.
In a relatively short period of time, less than a year, which is extraordinary.
In less than a year, just people that had really have taken this and run with it and have been able to create a whole business out of sharing health with others.
Yeah, and part of this call is just to remind you and inspire you to keep plugging along, keep making those steps forward, you know, keep doing the best you can, because this truly is a viable and worthwhile program and opportunity for all of us, this Help to Home program.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Okay, so I just wanted to remind you a little bit of the resources that we have created. And so we've got on our Nature's Sunshine website, if you go under members, there is a Help to Home section that has resources for you. And we'll go over a few of those. But just something that I want you to be aware of, we've made these resources just to make it easier for you. But if you have a topic that you are extremely passionate about, you can teach on that topic. If your friend wants you to come and teach about children's health or whatever it might be, you can do that. You're not just limited to what's here. This is just a starting point to make things easy for you. So we don't want you to overcomplicate it. It's just getting some people together, talking about a health topic, and just helping them be able to choose the right supplements that are going to work for them and their families.
It could be at a coffee shop or a Starbucks. It could be at a library and a mall or wherever you want to have a group of people together just talking about a subject matter that you're passionate about. You know, in your home, we use Help to Home because that's kind of the most common place, but you could do it even digitally. And a lot of people haven't thought about that.
On Facebook, you could do a Facebook Live. You could create a group. There's just so many different options, and we don't want you to feel limited in how you can go out and share the message of health. So these are just some of the resources that are out there on the website that you can use. But like I said, don't overcomplicate it. If you know, like, I know how to get a group of my friends together and share a topic, go to town. So these are some of the specific ones that we have. We've created a module on essential oils. We've created one on Purify 2.0, on Rejuvenate. We have one on gut health, and then there's resources that go along with it. So, and we'll be working over time to kind of increase that library. But just feel free to share your passion with other people. So this is just a screenshot of the website. We have the downloadable resources, the promotion details, and most importantly, where to start an event where you can create your own event page and link that you can share out with other people.
So that's really critical, that link, I think, because most of us aren't familiar with that aspect, and that's a relatively newer thing.
It's a new feature.
And so managers, you realize that when you create a link like that, you're linking everybody to your account number. So orders that come in under the event, you get credit for, and you can feature products, which is a great option too. So if you're going to do a Help to Home on probiotics, you can throw up the 2 or 3 probiotics that you want to focus on, whatever it might be. And so it's just a great, easier way to track and create an event.
Yeah, and you're just making it simple since you get to choose the products that are featured
Right.
instead of them just coming to the Nature Sunshine website where there's 600 products for them to
Right.
maybe get a little confused about. They can see the specific products that you
For
covered in
that
your meeting.
event, right?
Exactly. So it just makes it easier.
Yeah, and really, you know, one of the systems we talk about it being a system for success, and that's really what it's about. It's creating a model or something. If you want to think of it, a process, or you know, sometimes images like this allow us to kind of visually think of it in a way. It's a process where we're training individuals, right? We're training individuals. We want to get ourselves trained, but then we have this. You really want to have a host, like somebody else. You can host it. I mean, you can be a host of events, and you should be a host of events. You should be having your own. But in theory, this is kind of the next level, right? Where if somebody within Nature Sunshine wanted to get started building a business, but they didn't know where to start, they didn't have the typical 15 to 20 years of experience like most of our managers have in the natural health world, where do they start? Well, they start with Help the Home. And the reason for that is because they can pick, just as we said, a topic that they're passionate about, and they can become a host, and they can become a host for an event. And as that host teaches that information, they can follow up with their attendees. They can get repeat customers. Obviously, there's sales at the event, but then there's repeat. There's opportunity to follow up. And so it gives them that influx of conversations and customers, and more conversations and more customers follow up. And then, as you can see, the last little circle there on your left is bringing new presenters. So the idea is that every one of us should be duplicating this process where we ourselves are doing it, right? We're hosting events, we're finding new clients, we're selling products to them, we're following up, we're making sure they're staying program compliant. But as we do that, we invite them to become a host. And as they become a host and we give them training on a passion or a topic that they're excited about, they become a host, they start doing it, and then they find somebody to become a presenter. So it really is a system or a process or a pathway for us to take our simplest conversations to a leader in the future. That's kind of the pathway. You know, they become our conversation becomes a customer or client. That customer or client becomes a member or host. That member or host becomes a leader by duplicating the process and selling products or volume. So that's why we refer to it as a system for success, is because anybody can do it. It's a great equalizer. It doesn't matter what your educational background is or your knowledge of natural health. You can jump in, find something that you're passionate about, and duplicate it, and find and help others discover their passions and do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And just be thinking, like, as you think of the members of your downline, do you have somebody that's expressed interest in growing a business, but maybe hasn't been able to get it up off the ground or hasn't been sure what to do?
Right.
Or maybe you're a practitioner or a retailer and they're like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't have enough education.
Yeah,
This
I
is a
can't
great,
duplicate what you've done or you're doing because you're so knowledgeable. You're so, but it's a great platform for that.
Mhm.
In fact, we're learning more and more about the economy going forward, so to speak. There's a lot of people looking for what they refer to as gig economy. I mean, you can look into that a little bit more, but if you think about a musical gig, you know, well, I got a gig tonight over here and a gig over there. Well, people are looking for ways to bring in extra income without having a full-time job, basically doing, you know, 2 or 3 full-time jobs, you know, working 90, 100 hours a week. But so this is a great way to do that because they can spend relatively small amounts of time organizing, preparing, and then presenting for a big return because of our Smart Start bonuses and some of the other things that we'll talk a little bit about. But it's kind of the way of the future. People need to earn a little extra income. They're willing to do that. They want to do it, but they want to be able to do it in a simple and easy, fast, if you want to say it that way, way to do it. And so the Help the Home really fits into that, the mindset of a lot of people around you. So just have those conversations. Start inviting people. Like Shandy said, look within your group. Maybe there's individuals who are ordering on a regular basis, but they're really close to the next tier of rebates, or maybe there's somebody that you know of that's having a little bit of a family challenge and maybe financial challenge, and you want to help them by helping bring in a little extra income. Well, our sponsoring bonuses can fit in that. So just take a minute or two every day, look through your organization, think about the people you're surrounding yourself with, and extend an invite to them. Make sure you do that. Just think, make a commitment today, for those of you that have had a Help to Home, make a commitment today to find 2 other people to do the same thing by week's end. And then just keep doing that. And you'll watch your business and your organization flourish. I promise. All right, well, let's talk about a few more things. We talk about generating an income, right? This idea of gig economy. Well, really, the income comes from our quick cash bonuses. And as you know, those who have been with Nature's Sunshine, our Smart Start bonuses are the upfront bonuses. And the very simplest way to explain that is when the person joins your organization, on their very first order, we pay special bonuses to you, the sponsor, the person who invited them to become part of your organization. And those bonuses can be between 30 and 40%. And so it's on that first order and on that first order only. It's a great way, like you say, to get that quick cash, a little extra income. Because why? If those signups are in on Tuesday, you get paid by Friday. That's why we say it's quick cash, because you can be paid every Friday. You don't have to wait till the month end. And then, as we talk about basically the sales process within Nature's Sunshine is made up of 2 things. The equation really is the number of people buying our products. And the more people you have buying and the more products being purchased, the greater success you'll have within Nature's Sunshine, or any business for that matter. And so really, to become a manager represents that you're moving enough volume in a given calendar month. To become a manager is about $1,000 in volume or products. And you can do that easily within 1 or 2 Help to Home meetings. In fact, we're averaging about $500 to $600 in sales per meeting. And half of those sales are often new members. And quite honestly, that's interesting. And frankly, the way it's designed for our incentives, because we want you to find those new members or those new sales. And so you can get that quick cash, start building volume, building managers, and building team. So building team really is the idea that you have multiple people within your organization that are doing just that. They're not just consumers, but they're looking for opportunities to find new people to share the product with. And then, of course, incentives is huge. And that's really where we want to spend the bulk of our time, because we have a big 6-month incentive ending soon in June. And so in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about that. So we won't spend much time now. But if you're not aware of this, you still have time. That's what you need to know now. Is there's an incentive ending soon, but you still have time.
And we will go into all the details on that.
So the quick cash bonuses, as I mentioned, the way that works is really 30% of the new sign-up order. It's paid weekly. Bonuses are based on the first $100 to $300 or 300 QV that a person orders. And earning potential really is about $90. If you think about 30% of a $300 order, that's $90. So, and as I mentioned earlier, it's paid weekly. So it wouldn't take long. I mean, you think about a lot of part-time jobs, people earning $10, $12, $11 an hour, they're going to have to work 40 hours a week to make $200 or $300. Here you can see within this system that you could have 2 to 3 meetings and easily sell, $600 to $900 and make $100, $200, $300, and you're on your way. So you don't have to put as much time and energy.
And then this is for the classic plan. So if you're on the legacy, then you can get
right.
40%.
We run 2 different plans. One is legacy, and if you're choosing to do that, or your new science choose that, it's 40%. You're right. So it's a great, again, upfront bonuses. These are not common in our industry, really. A lot of times there'll be like special incentives or promotions, but an ongoing, guaranteed upfront bonus is huge. So make sure you're familiar with that so you can explain it to your new leaders. And this kind of gives you an idea how that might work. If I had an order of 250 QV, and we picked that number for a reason, you'll see that soon, but at 30%, that's $75. So pretty easy to do the math. It's not too hard. And we do base it off the QV. So that's the thing to remember. QV stands for qualifying volume. And the key there is that once it hits 100 QV, it triggers this Smart Start bonus. So just keep that in mind. It's on the QV. They have to have at least 100 to be triggered. And a manager, as I said, is an example of how when you become a manager, you're really saying that between you and those individuals within your group ordering, you collectively have both done 1,000 group QV, and of which you need to do 100 QV to be considered a manager, and that's in a calendar month. And really the benefit of becoming a manager is you can earn more, of course, in commissions and overrides and bonuses, and so there's a lot of opportunity there. And then you're building a team of sustainable income, right? because that's the key with our organization, with our compensation plan. Is it's everybody's dream, right, to build a stability in their organization so that they have this residual income. Some people refer to it as multiple streams of income. You're earning income here and there and from this person and that person, and really the benefit of that is as you build a team, as we talked about the benefit of building a team, as you have more leaders within your organization, you elevate yourself into rank, and different ranks have different perks, including a car allowance and other things, trips and incentives and things that are just available to other ranks. So there's a lot of benefit by understanding, but that's your first mile marker. So if you're just with us and you haven't done a Help to Home, your goal is to establish a Help to Home by next week, right? And then it's establish the new member cells and then start that pathway, that process. But your next target after holding a couple Help to Homes this month, in the month of May, would become a manager in the month of May. You want to do enough volume to become a manager.
Yeah, and if you're just starting from scratch,
right,
and you do 2 qualified Help to Home meetings a month, which would be 500
right,
QV, you would qualify
to
be a manager.
So, so the incentives are designed to drive you through that pathway or that process of achieving these goals so that you can reach all the benefits. And here's an example. If you become a manager, and as Shandy mentioned, 2 Help to Homes, or in this case, average order size about 500 QV per event, right? If you had just 1 Help to Home per week, that would be 2,000 QV, or qualifying volume. 2,000 QV would qualify you for a 27% rebate on your personal purchases and commissions. And so if that was all done under your account number, you'd get 27% or $540.
But if you've got new signups, which you should,
right,
you'd get 30% on
right,
each of those new signups.
So you'd earn that 30% on their volume and then 27% on any remaining. So you right there, that's a nice part-time income. A lot of people work 40 plus hours a week to earn that kind of income. And with the Help to Home, that's roughly 2 to 3 hours of prep time maybe, and an hour or two of presentation and visiting, working with your customers, some follow-up time. So it's really a great exchange of your time for your money.
Exactly. All right. Okay, so
here's the two a week, yeah, like you were saying, and
2 a week. So you could earn, it just continues to increase.
Yeah, and the idea here is we just wanted to show you how it really could grow rapidly, right? You set the pace, but if you get into a rhythm of 2 meetings a week, maybe that's a Tuesday, Thursday, maybe that's a Wednesday, Friday, maybe that's whatever it is, you're just setting it up to where you're having these qualified events. You can see how quickly that changes for you. And the idea again is to duplicate or have somebody else do the same, because when they do the same, you earn income on their volume, and they're of course following the path. So you can see here the total monthly income, if we combine the 2 examples, and you would see that you have 480, that one manager doing 4,000 a month would be $480 to you, and then total monthly income, if includes your sales from your meetings and your one downline, would be about $1,680. So a great earning income. So just wanted to remind you of the real potential that you have with the Help to Home program. For those of you that have done it, and maybe you focused on the passion part of it, maybe you focused on the education part of it, but you haven't quite focused on that duplication or that invite to others to do the same. And we would encourage you to do that. We've seen it in our Spanish market. They've really catched on to that. Let's get lots of people doing it. So we have some great leaders over there that have really inspired group growth and development because of that passion to have other people do the same. And on the English side, we have it as well, but we would love to see a lot more of you sharing that part of it as well.
Okay, so time for some Q&A, and we do have some questions that have come in. And feel free to continue to type those in, because we really want to take some extra time on this call to make sure that your questions get answered.
For sure.
So I think one question, and we get this very often, is how do I find a host?
Right.
So that's probably one of the number one questions that I've seen come in.
Yeah, and I would suggest the first thing is just tune in your ears to conversations that are happening around you, because there's a lot of times people are talking to you, or a neighbor, a friend, or somebody in the grocery store or the post office. You'll overhear a conversation. Just be bold and and confident that you have solutions to a lot of the concerns you're going to hear from other people, not only financially but physically. And then you can invite them and say, hey, I happen to know an answer or a solution, and if I don't, I know a way to find it. And would you be interested if I came to your home and shared information? Or, because oftentimes we overcomplicate it. Like you said, keep it simple. Well, don't overcomplicate it. Just listen, learn around, some of those people around you.
And just an idea, and it's something that I've heard from some of our people that are doing Help to Home that have been successful, is they look at their existing customers
Absolutely.
that have been a happy customer and have said, hey, I know you really love Anxiousless. What if I came over, you invited some of your friends, and I shared all the great benefits of this product that you already use and love.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a great way. And I can't remember who it was that I talked to, but they said they rarely had people turn them down
because it's something that they're passionate about, mm-hmm. right? You go back to that passion, that purpose. So first thing is, define what your purpose is. What do you want to do? And then once you know that, you can be confident in sharing it with others. Say, well, I have a passion and a purpose to share information about natural health with others. Would you like to join my movement, so to speak, or my cause, or my may I invite you to be a part of, or those kind of languages or sentences will help you start the invite process. So I think there's more, and we did a survey not too long ago. We did a survey as a company, and you could do a survey amongst your own group if you'd like to, just kind of get a feeling, but just by asking questions of others. But when we asked questions, the survey came back and they said, from that survey, a lot of our, we were surprised, but a lot of our people said, if my upline manager would just ask me to hold one, I would hold one.
Yeah, I think it was like 80%
of people
crazy, surveyed.
80%. So you don't have to look far, look within your group.
Yeah,
what we're saying is true.
Place.
Yeah.
And one thing, we had Judy Pladna on our webinar last month, actually the last 2 months, and she trained us on some great info. But one thing she said is, go for their interests too.
Right.
Like, look at something that they're passionate about,
mm-hmm.
and keep that in mind.
Kind of like old Stephen Covey used to say, seek first to understand, then be understood. Try to understand what their passions are, what their concerns are, and then you can fit those needs with your programs and services.
All right. So some of the other questions that we have, this is from Joanna, and she's wondering, what do you say to people that say this is a pyramid scheme?
Good, yeah. Pyramid scheme, right? Well, it's not, of course.
It's definitely not.
It's definitely not. Some people have had, they come from different experiences, and the one thing that you need to remember is that your experience is not going to be theirs, right? Yours hasn't been theirs. So it's a good question. I find that the best thing you can do is recognize that they've probably had a situation. So something like, I'm sorry that you feel this is a pyramid scheme, and you've probably had a bad experience in the past. That's not a good thing. Would you mind, or will you allow me, may I, take just a minute and explain to you why this is not a pyramid scheme? And there's a couple different things. Now, you can look at the official definitions and a few different things like that, but really, because it's an exchange of product, people are purchasing product, you're not getting any compensation or monetary gain by just having people join your group, right? It's not a build a pyramid or shape or a triangle shape type organization and get rewarded for it, because there is actually an exchange of product. So, and I know this is not an official definition, but in my mind, that's how I remember. Somebody is choosing to join your organization with the purchase of product, and they're not obligated to purchase that product every month. We have no minimums or maximums, so you can buy as little or as much as you want every month, from Nature Sunshine directly. Your membership allows you to buy at direct cost, and because you've helped sponsor them or bring them into the organization, you're able to earn, if you're eligible to earn, compensation on that purchase. But you yourself has to be purchasing product and using product. And that's different than maybe a pyramid scheme. The real thing, too, that I think is the underlying difference with Nature's Sunshine is our people are not, you're genuinely going after the opportunity to help that person with their health. And it's just a whole different, game. I mean, not only is our structure different, but our people are different and the way they go about helping others. So I don't know if I answered your question exactly, Joanna, but I first recognize that they've had a bad situation. I would encourage them or let them know that your situation or your example with them will not be like that. Yeah. And then let them know that Nature's Sunshine is different and all the reasons why it's different. And then tell them that because they're purchasing product with no minimums or maximums, and because you too have to be qualified by purchasing products before you receive any compensation, that it really doesn't fit within that definition of a pyramid scheme.
Well, and it's the way that a direct sales is set up. It's like you're referring. It's all by your word of mouth instead of us advertising. Mm-hmm. You're the ones that share the product that you love and that you use and that you know that works.
Right. Yep. And so that's your compensation. Really is when that product exchange takes place. You get rewarded for sharing.
Exactly. Okay. So there's a question: is there going to be a Health to Home about collagen? So there actually is something in the works that should be done soon that we're working on, but don't wait for us to go out and share that message of collagen. So we do have on our nspwebinars.com page, we have a recording of the webinar that we did just a couple weeks ago during our education week, and we have the slide presentation as well that you're welcome to download and use. But we will be getting something together on that soon. Okay.
And we also have upcoming events. I'm sorry to jump in there, but watch your calendar. Coming up very quickly, starting in June, we'll be having events throughout the nation that are themed. It's kind of a youthful summer, if you want to think of that, or beautiful you, or but it will have a discussion about collagen in there as well. So great opportunity to get people together. I'll just plug that.
Yeah,
even though we don't have all the details quite yet of where and when, but they're building it out.
That'll be coming soon. Okay. Okay, Jeannie is asking, so she had a Health to Home event last night, which is awesome. She said there was another group member under her from a different line, a different organization, and she wants to know if the sales from that person, even though they're not in her direct downline, counts towards the $500. So it does. So
it counts towards the qualifying for incentive purposes.
Exactly.
But it will flow up the normal chain,
the normal compensation
tree.
Plan.
Yeah. So
exactly.
But it will help you qualify for the incentives.
Okay. Joanna says thank you for the explanation. She said that was great. All right. Another question that we get pretty often, and I just want to talk about a little bit more. I did mention it earlier, was do I have to do my meeting in their house? My host doesn't want me to come over. They don't want to have to clean up their whole house. That's a question that we get a lot. So a couple of thoughts on that. And Brian mentioned earlier, think of other options.
Locations, make it a park date.
Parks, especially as the weather's getting nice.
Make it a walking jog.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to talk about this. Your joints hurt? Well, collagen.
Yeah. So there's lots of other ways, but do think about the social aspect as well. I know there's people that are doing them through groups and through Facebook Lives, and I know Zoom even has a free option that you can use. And we did do a webinar last month with Judy about different ideas and places that you can do those. So
it's really just about infusing enthusiasm throughout your life, right? And throughout your organization. Because as you start sharing your passions and talking, you're having it, a group setting really is a gathering of one or two or more people, right? But we ideally want to have 5. That's our target. That's our goal. So you're going to have to invite more than 3 people if you want to hit 5. So invite a lot of people, but just make it a consistent, regular part of who you are, your being, who you are, who you want to be, and just have fun. That's the thing. Just make it a fun and energetic, enthusiastic event, So just be creative. You can have celebrations you can do with it. You know, you can have special topics that are just centered around your passions that are fun and energetic, and then can be duplicated easy. So
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this question's from Ebony. She is wondering, how much product would I need to purchase before I begin to receive commissions?
Well, that's great. That's a great question. And with Nature Sunshine's compensation plan, it's 100 QV, 100 qualifying volume points, and every product has a point assessed to it or point value assessed to it. So when you purchase 100 qualifying volume in a given calendar month, you qualify for commissions. And may I just suggest a kind of a mindset for that is to set your order up on our loyalty program, our Sunshine Rewards program. On that program, you can have an order sent to you every month automatically. You can choose the date when you want that sent to you, but a lot of people will set it up to have it sent to them on the first of the month, and they'll pick items that they regularly use, like protein powder or maybe some of the other, probiotics or multivitamin or something that they're using on a regular basis that they know they're going to order every month or pretty much every month. And they'll set it up on our auto ship or our direct ship program for the first of the month, because if that program requires that you have 100 QV, and once you set that up at 100 QV, boom, first day of the month, you're already eligible for any commissions. You're already eligible for any rebate. You're already eligible for any sponsoring bonuses. So it's just a convenient way to kind of take that out of your stresses of the month.
So, and you can customize that order if you want to have different products every month.
Yeah,
you can absolutely do that.
And you can change up to the day before or something too.
Yeah, and it ships for free.
Yeah, ships for free when you're on that program. Shipping's free, and you get qualified points towards future purchases. So in that case, in that example, you're not getting a personal rebate, you're getting free product, and you're getting free shipping. So great question. I'm glad you asked that. Hopefully I didn't go off too far on a tangent, but
no, I think that's great. Oh, these are kind of fun. Just some ideas that people have thrown out. Patty says she always invites friends and people for a workout, and she just starts talking about her products.
Yeah, see?
I love it. And Shalene says libraries often have a meeting room that you can book with your library card for free.
Right. A lot of times churches will have, even some chiropractors and other like-minded people will have or be willing to host a training or an educational event on natural health, partnering with you to kind of reach out, expand their community reach, and allow you to do the same.
Awesome. Joanna's wondering if she can present this webinar to others on her team.
Of course.
And
absolutely. If we can get you the slides, yeah.
Absolutely. But I just want to mention that on the resource page for our Health to Home, we actually have a complete Health to Home training webinar that you can download, and a lot of the portions of today's webinar are pulled from there. Mm-hmm. So that's where I would start, and you can pick and choose what you want to present on. Okay, so Sharon said she just started and is brand new and doesn't have anyone to mentor her. She's made some sales on her own, but where can she be directed to jumpstart her business?
Yeah, Sharon, well, congratulations, and thank you for being part of Nature Sunshine. Everybody's effort, small or large or new or old, however you want to look at it, is very much appreciated and worthy of praise. So thank you, Sharon, for joining Nature Sunshine. And really, there'll be times when you're kind of on your own or you feel like you're lost or whatever, but one of the best things I've seen happen for people that are in that situation is just become really familiar with Nature Sunshine's company website. It's an ordering website, but there's tons of information in there, right? So you can go and get caught up, but oftentimes we have like blogs, blog posts, or we have different videos that you can share. So really it's kind of exploring what's available to you so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and then picking things that kind of stand out to you, and then just start sharing. Just start, text a link to a couple of your friends and say, what do you think about this? Or I just found this video on Nature Sunshine's quality. Wow, can't believe I'm part of such a great company. Or, just make little steps, and those little steps will move you forward towards the goal. And as far as support, you always have Nature Sunshine. Corporate is here for you. We have corporate regional managers that are assigned geographic regions within the country We also have our excellent customer support group. If there's technical questions or kind of questions that way, reach out to us. If there's people that we can link you with or mentor you with, we can help you find some people within the area that maybe you would be willing to share ideas and best practices as well. But you're doing the very best thing you can right now, Sharon, and that is joining our webinar series, being connected, staying engaged, keeping up to date on the products and promotions. And hey, thank you. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be great. You'll succeed.
It's awesome. And just reach out to us. We are here to support you. Okay, I've had a few questions about accessing the recording of this webinar. So we are recording it and we can make it available
And a big kudos to Shandy, because Shandy's the one that's getting some of our archived webinars back up on the web. So after a long hiatus of not being updated, we're slowly getting them updated. So thank you, Shandy, for helping us get that done. And we do run them by our legal group, and then they allow us to put them on. So we'll try to get it on as quickly as we can.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Let's see, we're getting some awesome comments. I love these comments of ideas where you can do your meetings. So Patty says, gyms let you set up there and also let you have classes. I know a lot of our managers that partner with gyms.
Yeah.
That's a perfect idea. Okay, this is actually a comment, I think, to Sharon from one of our other members that's on. She said when she moved to another state away from her upline manager, she found a manager in her new area willing to help with her clients when they needed more help than she could give, like somewhere she could refer people to. And she just charged them a small consultation fee, and then they still ordered with her. So partnerships with other managers, that's a great idea.
I think that's one of the beauties of Nature Sunshine is we're not as territorial. Some people might be in other network marketing companies. We're really all about our first and foremost goal, helping people achieve their health.
Yeah,
so let's just keep working together. Don't ever be afraid to ask. That's the thing.
Yeah, everybody just is so willing to help. And Jeannie actually reminded me of something that I should share. We do have a Health to Home Facebook group for Health to Home presenters. So it's called Nature Sunshine Health to Home Presenters. Send a request, and you just need to say that you are a member of Nature Sunshine. I'll get you added in, and that's a great place you can go.
Great place to post questions and best practices and all sorts of things.
All right, so just back to the recordings. We do post these on our Nature Sunshine website. It's a direct link to it is nspwebinars.com. We have one of our fellow Canadian distributors listening today, and you can still access those just on the US site at nspwebinars.com. Okay.
Now everybody should just take a second and say, hallelujah, help the homes. Hallelujah, help the homes. Hallelujah, help the homes. Boy, you guys are so lucky to have such a great program. We want to jump into a couple of our incentives and make a few comments here too as well. But I just think hopefully you've had a recommitment or a revisit to your passions to what this is all about. And we hope you'll use the Help the Home as a forum to share Nature Sunshine.
Just wanted to give a big thank you to all of you for being with us today. We are so glad that you take time to really come and learn how you can continue to grow and develop your business. And
it's a great opportunity, these webinars. Thank you, Shandy, for putting this together and hosting our Help the Home webinars. And tomorrow, I might just throw a plug in. Tomorrow, we have a nationwide conference call. And we have a great opportunity to introduce some of you know him, Craig Daly. He's our new Vice President of North American Sales. So if you haven't already seen the invite, look for that. But there's an invite out there to join us on a nationwide conference call tomorrow.
And we do also broadcast it live on Facebook.
Right. Currently, so that'll be fun. You can see all our shiny faces and smiley faces, I should say. But anyway, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And we hopefully will see you tomorrow on our next.
Until then, thank you, everybody. Have a great day and to better health. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.